Hey guys, this is Naxxus. Today we're going to be taking a look at Nova and Universal Hero ABX Day. As you can see, mine's already actually in the team up that's required. You can take a look at the bonuses here. Of course, you'll get the Hit Merciful Queen 36% increase to all attacks, as Guardian Ambassador, which primarily for the critical damage, and then this is just for all attack, pretty straightforward. You can see my Nova here. And details on the character itself: 50% ignore defense, 50% reduce cooldown duration, 24,225 energy attack, so he's pretty decent. Of course, all my gears are done. Uru 5 to 6 stars. Skills accordingly. Fully awakened ISO set. A custom gear setting with the CTP of energy with 25% chain hit damage increase and 180% damage proc. One thing I would kind of like to touch base on here, once you have ignore defense and SCD down, critical damage is important, but for all of the characters who have, for lack of a better term, channeling abilities, this would include, of course, Nova, Cable, Cyclops, and Anti-Man. When you have that channel, the higher the attack speed, the faster those ticks of damage happen while you're channeling. Therefore, the more damage you're able to generate in the same amount of time while channeling. If I have 130% attack speed on one character and 120 on the other, and they both channel for equal damage in general, the one with the higher attack speed is going to get more procs, more actual damage ticks, so to speak, in that period of time by having higher attack speed. Mine only sits at 113%. There's not much I could do about it without having to take away from other core areas for the time being, so he kind of just makes do. But it's not too bad. And then as you see his skills, you do get a guaranteed critical strike of 30%, which is great. Also, the ignore dodge helps a little bit. But as you can see, as far as buffs go, he doesn't have anything that increases attack speed, really, so that's kind of one little downside to that as far as channeling champs go. So let me go into the skill preview for that character really quick, just so you guys can get a look at how I do my rotation and a brief explanation of why I do things the way I do them. And I'll also give you some insight in how to play it, perhaps if you're missing a couple of things. Before I even get into the skills, let me explain. If you do not have the maxed out cooldown duration of 50%, you're going to have to use 1. You're going to have to also let 4 play out a little more in whatever rotation you're using, because by the time you have 5 back up, you're not going to have your guard any longer. Once you don't have the ability to guard from the stuns from those meteors, you're just an open target. So my rotation is actually super simple because I have a CTP. I found my best scores come from just hitting 5, immediately canceling into 3, and I let 3 channel until 5 has just at under 2 seconds left on its cooldown, and then I go into 4, and I only let 4 play out for about 1.5 seconds before I hit 5 again. So I'm almost always channeling with my build. So you go up in 5, and that's what 5 does. Okay, now you don't have to let it play out that far for it to work, okay, but we're going to do this one more time. So 5, cancel into 3, and as if you noticed, even though I canceled 5, that AoE damage is still going out from the little singularity there, okay? But what I do is, again, cancel 5 right into 3. I let this go until 5 is almost ready to come off cooldown. As soon as my guard drops, I do 4. And I usually only am able to let 4 go through to the very first strike, so basically the first contact with the beast. And I go right back into 5. So let me give that to you. So 5, cancel into 3. 3, 2, 1, 1, 4. As soon as he strikes, go back into 5 and 3. Now, if you have a CTP and 50% skill cooldown, I found the best and most reliable scores to come from that combination. However, if you do not have a CTP of energy and you're using just a regular obelisk, you can just stick to a more traditional rotation people use, which is 5, which is an immediate cancel into 2. You let 2 go for about 1 second, then you channel, and then when you're seeing 5 maybe get 3 seconds before, you can just use 1 to go up, 4, and then back to 5. So use a full rotation here. So I'll show you. So 5, cancel immediately into 2, enough of 2 for the bolts to go off. Let that go for about 3 seconds. Fly up. And then as soon as I see, all you have to do is use the 1 to just move. You don't have to actually use the 1 to fly around. So you can cancel the 1 into 4 and just go to 5 again. 5, cancel to 2, that, 1, 4. See? Simple as that. And that way you don't leave yourself open to any of the meteors stunning you, because you want to stay in iframes whenever you're not able to properly defend yourself. Now, even when you have a CTP and max cooldown duration, you may get the bad luck of just right when you do 5, 2, you're channeling, you're noticing that cooldown's coming off of 5, and right before you hit 4 to go into that just 1 strike there, you get the misfortune of a meteor landing between 3 and 4, right when you're vulnerable, and it stuns you. And it really sucks. You can't do anything about it. If it does happen, don't get dissuaded. Just restart, try over. I'm not one for quitting, but usually if I get stunned on any serious attempt for a score, I just, unless it's the initial attempt that you get rewards for, I just let them kill me, and I just try it again. So again, lastly, if you have a CTP and 50% skill cooldown, you're going to 5 into 3. Let it go till there's about 2 seconds left on 5, 4 to 1 strike, and then repeat the process. Okay? So, let's get our team up, and we'll take a look. As you can see, I've already done my scoring for the day. We're going to get Thor as support, Medusa as a lead. Swap them, and here we go.